Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Multiplex Movie Warzone. I am your host, Kaleb Boatman, and today we got a great matchup for you. Matt Cuellar versus Tony Durso, two guys who we haven't seen, or who we just saw in the tournament. Both made it to round 3 on the opposite sides of the bracket, however. Should be an interesting match. Koho, what are you thinking?
Hi, I'm Kaleb Koho, and I'm excited to be here in Warzone. And today, I think this is going to be a great match. I think Durso has shown time and time again when he played, he's played high-level competition. He's excelled against high-level competition. He's had a really great career up to this point. And, of course, Matt's been here since we've started. Matt's been here since day one. And every time, Matt Cuellar is always in title contending pictures. He's played for the title. He's been the team's champion. So to see Matt and Tony play, this feels like a match that I feel like we should have seen at this point, and I'm excited to see them actually do it today.
Absolutely. Well, let's bring them in, starting with our lower ranked person, but still highly ranked Mr. Tony Durso. Tony, how are you feeling about this matchup going against a pretty established player, former team's champion in Matt Cuellar, but you've certainly done some great things yourself. How are you feeling going into this match?
I'm feeling all right. I mean, I was kind of hoping for an easier matchup after the drubbing I took in round 3 of the tournament against someone on the screen. Thank you.
I'm sorry. I couldn't help it.
Who'd have thought I would have won against you?
I couldn't help it by not answering questions, but you know. But but it is what it is. I'm looking forward to it. I've seen some of Matt's matches, and he's a top-notch competitor, so I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, absolutely. Bill, you got anything to add?
I mean, Tony, I know the last match or two hasn't really gone your way. You know, I've been there more than anybody else, and I know how that feels. Believe me, you just got to shake it off, focus on the next one. Those last two were just a million miles away. We're here right now. We all know what you're capable of. Just get in there and do it. You'll be fine.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Bill. Matt, you're coming in this pretty established, but Tony certainly had some fantastic accomplishments. How are you feeling going into this?
I'm feeling really good. I'm really excited to be getting into the fourth round of the tournament. It's been a blast so far. Been some really good matches. Unfortunately, Thomas is still being held for ransom that the video store cannot afford. And of course, Mike had to close up the shop tonight, so I'm kind of on my own. But it should be a fun match. I've seen a lot of Tony's matches. They are some pretty good stuff, so it should be interesting.
Absolutely. Well, we are going to get right into it with round number 1. Round 1's going to work like this. 8 different questions, 8 different categories. You get all 8 right, you're going to get a bonus question, 3 repeats, and a challenge allotted to you throughout the entire match should you need them. Remember to keep both hands on screen at all times. As we get started with your first question, which comes in the category of recent releases. What kind of business do Evelyn and Wayman own in Everything Everywhere All at Once? Everything Everywhere All at Once. That's a mouthy title.
It's not only a mouthy title, it is, as I imagine, where your head is at any given moment.
True.
I've been with you when it happens.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Tony.
I said a laundromat.
And Matt.
A laundromat.
Laundromat is correct.
Oh, shit. That was a guess.
Your second question will come in the category of my personal favorite. It is musicals. What 60s musical is about the performer Fanny Brice?
Musicals is your personal favorite? Like, of all the
one of my personal favorites. If we're going to go through all the general categories in all of the land of worlds, I put musicals as a top 2 genre for me.
5, 4, 3.
So it's top 2.
1. Pens down. Let's go to Matt.
Funny Girl.
And Tony.
Funny Girl.
Funny Girl is correct. As we get to your next question, category of crime. Who plays drug kingpin Nino Brown in New Jack City?
We all know the infamous crime you committed, but, there's got to be more than just the one, right?
I went on Disney Channel once without my parents' permission.
Oh, see, now you said that, and the FBI are going to get you.
2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Tony.
Wesley Snipes.
And Matt.
Wesley Snipes.
Wesley Snipes is correct.
Wesley got you in your scope, Snipes.
Your next tax evasion.
There you go. Your next question is in the category of biopics. What biopic features performances by Anthony Hopkins, John Hurt, and Anne Bancroft? They haven't made yours yet. We're still waiting on the Kaleb Boatman biopic. Who would play Kaleb Boatman in the Kaleb Boatman biopic?
Michael Cera.
Isn't he a little? You know what? That works.
He's maybe a little old.
He's a little old, but like if we
4,
were doing this like the
3,
2000s, yeah.
2, 1. Pens down. Donald Gleason could do it. Let's go to Matt.
The Elephant Man.
And Tony.
The Elephant Man.
The Elephant Man is correct. We get into your 5th question, category of directors. Who directed McCabe and Mrs. Miller?
You yourself, a director of things. One thing in particular, I believe.
We don't talk about that.
It's quite good, though. It's quite good.
4,
You enjoy it.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Matt.
No bug boards, Walter Hill.
And Tony.
I said Robert Altman.
Robert Altman is correct.
Takes that 1-point lead as we get to your next question in the category of sci-fi fantasy. What kind of animal does Zach Braff voice in Oz the Great and Powerful? I actually kind of like this one, I'll be honest. I don't hate this movie the way other people do. It's pretty fun.
I really like the first 10 minutes of this movie. 5,
I like the Temple Run tie-in.
2, 1. Pens down. I forgot about that and used some like the core memory. Let's go to Matt.
Monkey.
And Tony.
Monkey.
Monkey, specifically a flying monkey, but we will allow monkey. As we get to your penultimate question, category of drama. 2000's Hamlet, starring Ethan Hawke, is set in what country?
I really like Ethan Hawke, just as an actor. Just a dude.
That's fair. He's
cool,
great.
Cool man.
He's cool.
Seems like a cool guy every interview. Just like
that's true.
very chill.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Tony.
I said England.
And Matt.
United States.
United States is correct. Tying it up.
And with that, no perfect rounds as we get to your final question in the category of actors and actresses. Who appears in The Aviator, Spy, and The Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus? It's a mouthful of a title. Blah, blah, blah.
The Imaginarium of Dr. Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Box.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Pens down. Let's go to Tony.
I said Alec Baldwin.
And Matt.
I said Jason Bateman.
Both incorrect. Looking for Jude Law. Jude Law.
I believe we are tied 6-6 then coming out of round number 1.
That is correct. 6-6 as we get into round number 2. Round 2 is going to work like this. Each competitor is going to get a chance to spin the wheel. If they like, if they spin, they can keep it. If they don't, they can spin again, but then they're stuck with it. They're going to get 5 questions in whatever category they get. They get it right, 2 points, multiple choice, 1 point. They get it wrong, other player gets a chance for the steal. Categories on our lovely wheel tonight are Tony Strength for post-2000 Amir Khan and acting Oscars, Matt Strength of 1990s and 1990s horror. We also have Western, crime, sports, and music. So, Matt, you are higher ranked. Would you like to spin first or defer?
Let's defer.
Okay. We'll bring in Tony. Oh. Sorry.
I think you meant Bill, but it's fine. So.
Yeah, bring in Bill for Tony.
There you go.
Bill, or Tony, your spin is away.
It's all flustered.
And it lands on opponent's choice. So, Matt, you need those categories again?
No, let's just do 90s horror.
90s horror, okay. Thank you, Bill. Tony, I will give you your questions in the category of 90s horror. What horror director plays the villain Dr. Philip K. Decker in Nightbreed?
Let's go multiple choice.
Multiple choice options are A. Clive Barker, B. David Cronenberg, C. Wes Craven, D. George A. Romero.
D.
D is incorrect. Matt, for the 1-point steal, your options are A. Clive Barker, B. David Cronenberg, C. Wes Craven, D. George A. Romero.
B. Cronenberg.
That is correct for 1 point. Your next question, Tony. What is the profession of Billy Halleck, the man who is cursed to lose an extreme amount of weight in Thinner?
Go multiple choice.
Multiple choice options are A. Lawyer, B. Doctor, C. Insurance agent, D. Detective.
Lawyer.
Lawyer is correct for 1 point. What is the name of the college that Scream 2 takes place at?
Fuck. Go multiple choice.
Multiple choice options are A. Grant College, B. McIntosh College, C. Windsor College, D. Albert College.
Windsor College.
That is correct for 1 point. John Glover, David Warner, and Charlton Heston have supporting roles in what 90s horror film?
Yeah, I'm going to need multiple choice.
Multiple choice options are A. In the Mouth of Madness, B. Jacob's Ladder, C. Species, D. Tremors 2 Aftershocks.
Say Jacob's Ladder.
That is incorrect, Matt, for the 1 point steal. Your options are A. In the Mouth of Madness, B. Jacob's Ladder, C. Species, D. Tremors 2 Aftershocks.
A.
A is correct for 1 point. And your final question, Tony. How does Helen die at the end of Candyman?
Oh, she's burned alive.
That is correct for 2 points. Okay, so at the end of that round, I have Tony at 10, Matt at 8. We're going to bring in the wheel. And Matt, this is now your spin. And you land on the category of 1990s. Would you like to keep that or spin again?
Thinking of risk reward, I think I'll stick with it.
Okay.
Yep.
And
So I'll go ahead and I will give to you your questions in the category of the 90s. Matt, are you ready?
Yep.
Your first question. What is the name of the hive mind aliens that are experimenting on humans in Dark City?
Oh, goodness. Multiple choice.
Your options are A, the command, B, the strangers, C, the intellect, or D, the stem.
B.
B is correct for 1 point. Your second question. Backdraft is about firefighters in what U.S. city?
Oh, goodness. Multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are A, Atlanta, B, Boston, C, Chicago, or D, St. Louis.
St. Louis.
That is incorrect, Tony. The chance for the 1 point steal. Your options are A, Atlanta, B, Boston, C, Chicago, or D, St. Louis.
C, Chicago.
Chicago is correct for the 1 point steal. All right, Matt, your third question. Veronica Vaughn teaches what grade in Billy Madison?
Fourth grade.
That is incorrect, Tony. The chance for the 2 point steal.
Third grade.
Third grade is correct for a big 2 point steal. All right, Matt, your penultimate question in the category of 90s. Who plays high school football player Paul Meltzer in Election?
Chris Klein.
That is correct for 2 points. And your final question in the category of the 1990s. Who directed The Long Kiss Goodnight?
Rennie Harlan.
That is correct, and that is a tie game here coming out of round number 2.
Yep, right back where we started at the end of round 1, back to a tie game. Now we're going to get into round 3. Round 3 is going to work like this. Both competitors are going to get to pick what they want for their 1, their 2, their 3, and their 4 point question categories that we will be able to pick from tonight are Brad Pitt, Oscars, 1980s, music, classics, sports, war, and 2000s. We will let them pick their categories right now, and we will get back to you right now. Okay, we are back, and our competitors have picked what they want for their 1, their 2, their 3, and their 4 point question. Matt has picked his 1 in the 80s, his 2 in sports, his 3 in Pitt, and his 4 in 2000s. Whereas Tony has picked his 1 in classics, his 2 in war, his 3 in sports, and his 4 in Oscars. So we will start with Tony, since he's the lower ranked competitor, and Koho, you'll be giving Tony his question, starting with his 1 in classics.
Your 1 pointer, Tony, in the category of classics. Who starred as the titular character in Mr. Deeds Goes to Town?
Gary Cooper.
That is correct for 1 point.
Super duper.
Over to Matt.
As we get over to Matt's 1 pointer in the category of 80s. Who plays boss Catherine Parker in Working Girl?
Sigourney Weaver.
Correct for 1 point. Tying it back up, sending it back over to Tony.
Who has selected his 2 pointer in the category of war. What is it good for? It is good for 2 points if you hit this question. Anthony Mackie, Guy Pearce, and Ralph Fiennes appear in what war film?
The Hurt Locker.
And that is correct for 2 points.
All right. So now we go over to Matt for his 2 pointer category of sports. What country artist plays a father in both The Blind Side and Friday Night Lights?
Tim McGraw.
Correct for 2 points.
Stay in the category of sports for your 3 pointer, Tony, and your question is thus. How did Mr. Miyagi's wife die in The Karate Kid?
Five, 4, 3.
Car accident.
Unfortunately, that is incorrect. We're looking for childbirth. She died in childbirth.
So now we go over to Matt for his 3 pointer in Brad Pitt. In order to take the lead, Matt, your 3 pointer in Brad Pitt. In Killing Them Softly, Brad Pitt's character is hired to kill 3 men that robbed what mafia organized event?
A poker game.
That is correct for 3 points. And now we go over to Tony, and we are in a situation where if Tony hits his 4 in Oscars, he sends it back over to Matt and forces him to hit his 4. If Tony does not, then Matt does win the match.
Absolutely. So, Tony, your 4-point question in the category of Oscars. The Shawshank Redemption and Forrest Gump lost Best Cinematography to what film?
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Repeat.
Your question again. The Shawshank Redemption and Forrest Gump lost Best Cinematography to what film?
Speed.
And your winner, Matt, Casual Chaos Cuellar. The correct answer was Legends of the Fall. Legends of the Fall was the correct answer. So, Matt wins the match. Going to go to post-match interviews, starting with our unfortunate second-place finisher tonight, Tony Durso. Tony, you kept it close in there. Basically getting both of Matt's strengths on the wheel. So it was a tough fight. Kept it to the end there, though. How are you feeling?
Being born in 1985, I really got to see the fucking Karate Kid at some point. Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry. What?
It's fine, but Cobra Kai's better.
Oh.
I mean,
yeah.
But I mean, on it, the fact that I was able to get that far in essentially a spinner's opponent's thing, I mean, I feel good about how I played. It's, I mean, it sucks losing, but at the very least, I can say it's like, hey, I made him work for it.
Yeah.
And I knew it's funny because watching Matt's tournament matches, even if he was down going into round 3, he had this just calm demeanor, knowing that he will get 10 points in round 3 no matter what. So
Matt is the round 3 master.
So I knew I was like, idealistically, let's go into round 3 with a lead, but obviously didn't work out. But he played great, and not much more I can say.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Bill, do you have anything else to add?
I mean, even in defeat, man, this is a bang-up job. You did. A lot of people would buckle under having to basically play both strengths for the other person in one round, but I mean, you worked around a category you weren't too familiar with, and you picked up some important steals when you needed to. And I mean, you made him fight for it, man. There's no complaints about this. I mean, it's 4 pointers. I've been there. Sometimes you got them, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you blindly guess them, like I do, and then it works out. But it happens, man. You'll be back, and I don't doubt that for a second. So
absolutely. Before we go, Tony, we will see you. It'll be a little bit, but we will see you sometime in the future. Who would you like? Let's say you had your magic golden ticket. You could play anybody next. Who would you most like to play next?
I mean, I'd like a title shot. Not sure I earned it, but I mean, if you're just throwing out golden tickets,
anyone who isn't the champion.
Fine. I just love playing, and
That's fair.
it's fun to play. So I'll play someone tomorrow if you need me to. So
That is fair. Well, thank you,
whoever.
Tony. Thank you, Bill. Now our winner tonight, Matt. Matt, you're moving on. How are you feeling?
I am looking forward to round 5 of this tournament. It's going to be a something to behold. But yeah, Tony's got nothing to be ashamed of. That was a great match, and it's unfortunate when you get stuck having to play your opponent's strengths like that. I've been there. It's hard to come back from that, and the fact that he pretty much still had it tied going into round 3 says that he's really good, and I wasn't really great in round 2. But yeah, so yeah, that's great. He's going to do great things going on, but yeah, it just wasn't his night tonight. So
yeah. Well, I do want to agree that, you know, Tony's a fantastic player. I also want to just shout out again. I think at this point your round 3s are becoming legendary. Like you have one of the best. You have one of the best round 3 games of all time. Maybe of any competitor. Your round 3s are a sight to behold. But yeah. We will be seeing you later on. We don't know exactly who you're going to be playing next, but let's say who would you most like to be playing next?
I mean, like I said, I'm kind of like in the mood right now where I like playing people I haven't played before. So there's still a lot of people I haven't played. I've never played Boatman yet, so that would be interesting one
That
day
is true.
to
We have
get my
never
ass kicked. But
For how long you both have been here and not cross paths is honestly that's
it's very weird, actually.
That's a statistical anomaly.
We should probably just keep that going and just separate paths. But yeah, really,
if it happens,
comes my way,
the league might explode.
Yeah,
It's a paradox.
Oh yeah, but yeah, whoever's next, I look forward to playing them. I'm not gonna study, but hey, it'll be fun.
Fair enough. Well, thank you, Matt. Koho, final thoughts on the match?
I thought that was a great contest. I think both of them put up. I think they were playing basically an identical game down to round 3. They both had the same amount out of round 1. They both got 2 steals off the other correctly. Both basically playing the same game. It just came down to those missed questions there at the end of round 3. But I think that they both played great. I think Matt has this like ice in his veins. Whenever we get to round 3, he's just calm. We should take away the name Casual Chaos and just start calling him Matt Calm Cuellar. It's kind of insane. But at the end of the day, I think both played phenomenal, and we'll definitely be seeing both again real soon.
Absolutely. Well, thank you to Matt. Thank you to Tony. Thank you to Bill for managing. Thank you to Kaleb for co-hosting. Thank you to everyone at home for watching. I'm Kaleb Boatman. This is Movie Warzone. See you later.
Goodbye. Later.
After you, Junior. You'll always have Paris.
Bye-bye, boys.
Have fun storming the castle.
Think it'll wait?
You've been taken.
Bye-bye.